My name is James Williams Jr. This is Comfort Ever number 2. This is my last video for tonight. Now, I don't have video footage of this, but I'm sure I can probably find it on YouTube, and I don't know if I can or if I can't, because this morning I woke up and somebody was on Facebook Live, and you know how you get those alerts on Facebook Live? Well, so I got this bloody alert on Facebook Live, and apparently, there were 5 naked statues from some artist named Ginger in New York City this morning. Of course, somebody was a killjoy and came along and fucked everything up, took everything down, and sucked the joy out of life. But everybody was taking pictures and everything, so I want to know if anybody actually has seen it on Facebook or YouTube or whatever the hell. In fact, let me try and find that right now. But you know, it was pretty cool. But it's kind of crazy. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, damn, why would anybody do this? So let me search. Like I said the other night, that wouldn't be my last thing on Donald Trump. If I can remember how to spell his damn name. Donald Trump. I wasn't done. Space. N A. Come on, damn it. K D D. Anybody know? There it is. Okay, so I found it. I gotta rewind now because I'm muted the TV. I found it with the Young Turks. I love the Young Turks, by the way. And if they need an extra voice, I need a job.
People in Manhattan were surprised to see
here we
an
go.
unexpected statue at Union Square in Manhattan. Now, this statue is not necessarily safe for work, but it is interesting art that makes an interesting political statement. So let's take a quick look. It features Donald Trump. Very accurate depiction of Donald Trump, from what I've heard.
She's a murderer.
All right.
Okay, it's got the veins that are popping out. It has things that are not popping out. And it has no balls.
Statue of limitations. That's really good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, no balls. Okay. In fact, there is a reference to his balls in that sculpture that I'll get to in just a second. But apparently, identical sculptures were also spotted in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Cleveland, and Seattle. So, who is this by? Apparently, the work is signed by In Decline, the name of an anonymous anarchist street art collective whose past work include putting the names of black victims of police brutality on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, the person who actually constructed this statue is an artist by the name of Ginger, and Ginger has apparently a reputation for doing artwork involving monsters. So here's what Ginger had to say to the press about this. Trump is just yet another monster, so it was absolutely in my wheelhouse to be able to create these monstrosities.
So she, by the way, what we mean by that is she literally creates statues like this for haunted houses.
Yeah.
So that's what we mean by monsters. He's just a monster of a different sort.
Yeah, he's a real monster that exists and happens to be running for president. Also, In Decline says, we decided to depict Trump without his balls because we refuse to acknowledge that he is a man. He is a small, arrogant child and thus has nothing in the way of testicles.
Wow.
Okay, so strong words there. And then finally, there is a caption at the bottom of the statue, which you can kind of see there, and it says, "The emperor has no balls."
Okay. And now, of course, people are kissing. You know, Trump's going to take that and go, "Do you see they love me? The women come and kiss my naked statue."
I'm winning with that 300-pound statue.
Yeah. And they're very wrong. My balls are tremendous. Okay. My balls will make your
Couldn't have said it better myself. He is going to run with this shit.
I love it. The great political art. I like the political art about the black victims at Hollywood Walk of Fame even more. It's even a smarter form of art. In this case, they're drawing attention.
Let's give it up for Ginger.
You know, some of the problems with Donald Trump
And whatever company that they work for.
That he's an arrogant child is a great way of putting it. And if he did naked statues, but it had the balls and it was just naked and didn't have a point, well, I mean, it would get just as much attention, but it wouldn't go towards making a good political point.
Yeah.
But the fact that it has no testicles makes everyone ask, why does it have no balls?
Right.
And then it highlights what's really at the core of one of the problems for Donald Trump, which I talk about all the time. Like, he brags about being rich, but he just got daddy's money, and all he's ever done is, you know, fumble it and bumble it his whole life.
Yeah.
And he's just like a child who wants his name in big lights. And I just did a story about this earlier today, about how he started 3 different casinos in Atlantic City, and every Wall Street analyst said, hey, schmuck, they're going to cannibalize each other, and they're all going to go under. He's like, no, it will say Trump, and then Trump, and then Trump again. It'll be great. I'll be winning with it. Of course, he wasn't. He was losing with it. Mm-hmm. He lost all of those casinos. They all went bankrupt because he's an arrogant child. He won't listen to anyone else, and he thinks he's great just because his daddy left him some money.
Right. And also, I mean, I think another thing that kind of shows his lack of balls is how he's constantly, you know, using this tough guy talk when it comes to foreign policy. But then you just rewind decades ago when he avoided going to war by pretending like he had some sort of injury. Right?
Yeah. So he got.
Well, thanks for giving me that, because I didn't know that.
Including a medical department where he said, "Oh, my foot! Oh, gee!" Oh. And then they asked him, "Wait, is it your right one or your left one?" Seriously, when he was running this time, he's like, "Left, right."
It was so long ago, he couldn't.
So I don't remember.
Yeah.
Now his doctor says he is the healthiest man to ever run for president. Literally, he said that. Okay, but back during Vietnam, all of a sudden he couldn't find his balls. Right? And he couldn't go to...
Sweet. I love that guy. Can't remember or pronounce his name, but I love that guy.
My own personal Vietnam was avoiding STDs. Oh, he's such a bad guy.
He really is.
And you know his character. And the guy's like, oh, I'm going to be tough. I'm going to get them. I'm going to do this. Remember Chapo Guzman? Mm-hmm. And he was threatening him. And then Chapo's son, Chapo Jr. or whatever, right, was like, oh, I'm going to come kill Donald Trump. And he's like, I need Secret Service. I need Secret Service protection. Oh, my God, he's coming for me. Remember the guy who bum rushed the stage? Terrible idea. Don't do it. And I get why he was scared in that instance. But like Bernie Sanders, somebody comes on stage. He's like, oh, that's interesting. Okay, there it goes, right? And Trump's like, oh. We showed that video, right? That's who he is. That's who he is. So this is great art highlighting that. If you're not a member of the Young Turks and you're not getting the whole 2-hour show ad-free, you know what you're going to be thinking? Don't say I didn't warn you. tytnetwork.com/join. Go.
Roger that. I love the Young Turks. I'm glad that they were actually the ones I found, because they're like my favorite political group. If I must have a political group to look at on YouTube or whatever, you know, and it's pretty awesome that you can go and find things that you need. So there you have it, people. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I'm James Williams Jr. I'll be seeing you on my next video.